Hello. Let's back. We go into the microcosmic, also known as energy moving meditation. And in the olden time, they call our rebirth a Taoist rebirth process. The energy moving meditation is the energy going to be moving in a circle, because everything in the universe is moving in the orbit. Start from a very simple, start from our tiny little solar system, and we have the moon spin around the earth, and the earth spin around the sun, and all the planets also spinning in orbit. So this one we call a bigger orbit, a larger orbit. The same thing that one big star and many stars spinning around in that big star. So everything in the space are moving, but because we attach to the pole star, because we are attaching to the pole star, so it seems like the pole star are not moved because we attach to it. So in the middle here, there is a pole star. We call Polaris, and now in the Vega now. So all the star and planet are spinning in the circle. That means we have a comet. That means there is also make an orbit also. So some of the comet, it takes few hundred years to come one round to us to see. So the Tao very concerned about the Big Dipper, and now we are controlled by the North Star for 5,000 years. And now the Vega come into control, Vega. So the Vega is a more, we call a Yin Star. The Polaris is more Yang Star. So we have the North Pole, a pole star in the north, and the South Pole in the south. So we call the Southern Cross. In the whole Tao practice, very concerned about the pole star, P-O-L-E. Pole star means three star. In the three star, they're rotating, controlling the earth. That means the earth tilt to them every time in 5,000 years. So now a lot of changes because we are going from the Polaris into the Vega. So the axis are tilting. So the forces is like this. You have to feel the force. So the first step, when we sit, we feel the earth force pulling us down. And when you sit in alignment and your chin lightly push this way, you feel the back here become high. So this one are pulled by the pole star. In the olden time, the jaw is very high here and the back here. So when you put the chin, it's very high, tall mountain extend out to the universe. So we have about 9 antenna, like antenna extended to the universe. The back here, so when you put your chin, this is become higher. And when you roll your eye and you look up to here and look up, and you hold the image of the pole star and the Big Dipper, because a very simple theory is that the pole star pull the earth. So one force pull up and the Southern Cross pull us down. One up, one down, and the sun pull us in. So in that way, it creating, and the other side, in the Tao believe the Jupiter, because Jupiter is so big, bigger than us many times. So we believe that these four forces, when they're equal, the Earth have an orbit. But if one force is not equal, the orbit is not smooth, and we get big trouble. So one force pull us up, there is a pole star. One force pull us down, there is Southern Cross. And the sun pull us. And in the Tao, we believe like a Jupiter is quite big, and it's very close to us. So in the Chinese astrology and everything, they call a duke. It's a big duke, a very powerful duke, D-U-K-E, duke. So when these four forces in equal, so if you feel the force equal, the orbit started to move. In the book of the Life Power Massage, we're talking about the pole star actually affecting our pulse. From the beginning of our life, the pulse are pulsing. and a heart pulse. So we call a pulse star, pulsing. Now the scientists discovered that the pulse pulse are lesser now because it go away. So we have lesser pulse, but we're going to pick up another pulse, and that is the Vega pulse. Because the pulse star, because the polaris also pulse the earth, and the earth pulse us. So that is back and forth. When we have that, we started to creating our orbit. So the orbit, the energy is spinning in a circle because we have force pulling us. Now women tend to flow from the perineum up the front and reversing. Now sometimes I spin in the orbit from the back up and come down like this. Now in Sunday it changed to the other side because the Vega are more control, and it changed into go up to the Yin channel. And we have the bigger orbit, larger orbit, inner orbit, and coming down to the leg orbit and coming back and coming up to split on the arm. And when we tap in a bigger orbit, a larger orbit, that is the orbit of the moon and orbit of the earth and the orbit of the planets. So we started to feel all the moving objects around us are moving in orbit. So the bigger orbit, we said a figure 8 is the infinity and eternity side. So that is the so I guide you through this small orbit and the bigger orbit. So the procedure, I map out the procedure for you. So we're going to start with activate the Dantian fire and feel the kidney fire, heart fire connect. That's what we learn. And we inhale, suck your stomach in toward the cock. Inhale, exhale, deep breathing. Inhale, exhale, and you're holding, and you feel the Dantian fire burning. So you focus, feel the Dantian fire burning. You always go back to get more fire. So you go into barrel breathing, focus on the Dantian and the coccyx, and you feel the energy. You focus on the coccyx until energy come up to the door of light and the C7. C7 is opposite the navel, door of light, and up there C7. So you suck so you hold your mind and breathing into the door of light and C7, and keep on inhale up, and focus on it. So the simple way, remember, is always do a barrel breathing and more fire. To activate more fire, contract the anus and guide the chi up to the opposite the heart, to the neck, to the head, and to the crown. And smile and breathing slowly, holding your mind on the center of the brain. So right in the center of the brain. And when you feel your tongue started to have feeling, you exhale, bring the energy down. So you inhale shorter, exhale longer. Feel energy coming down slowly to the heart center, to the throat center, heart center, down to the solar plexus, and back to the Dantian. So that is the small orbit. I guide you through.